Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for coming in to see me today. It looks like something's on your mind. Is that true?
Yes, my parents have been really frustrating me.
So it's safe to say that you believe your parents have been wearing you thin. Let's discuss that's why you're feeling.
My parents are just constantly fighting with me to get good grades in my classes. My older siblings always do really well in school, and it just comes really naturally to them. So I'm always being compared to their successes because things take a lot longer for me to complete. They tell me that I'm slacking and making excuses as to why I can't finish anything.
So you kind of feel that your parents don't see or appreciate your hard work that you're putting into your schooling because it's not done as well as how your siblings were. What kind of learning environment are you most successful in? And is that something that can be done at home?
I need it to be completely silent. Distractions come so easily to me, so my door's so oftentimes shut. I feel that my parents are just really rude when it comes to me needing quiet time, and they don't understand the needs that I have. I used to be very available to help out around the house before starting school, and my parents have just not adjusted to the change, and they still want me doing way more than I can handle.
I think that those are all very common environments that are needed to be successful. Thinking about it in your parents' perspective, uh, did you maybe think that they're not aware of the struggles that you're coming across, or do you think that they're just not used to how you are now, and they're just used to how it used to be, and they're not adjusting to new challenges that you're having?
I think that having the inner pressure to adjust to a new environment has changed me, and my parents are just not sure how to deal with it. They're not regulating themselves to cope with the new me.
So new experiences are oftentimes a challenge for people, especially when they're so used to something else. From what you've told me, it kind of seems as though your priorities have changed a little bit, which is now showing that you and your parents are on different wavelengths. It appears to me that you have changed your routine, and now that you're thinking that your parents believe you're slacking because of a changed routine, which is the best end result you want to get out of this today.
I just want my parents to understand I'm trying my hardest to fit in all of my duties, but some of their priorities have to come after others now that I'm in school.
Maybe we can start by asking, what did you want from yourself? Did you want to continue working how you've been, or did you want to switch something to kind of make it a new path for the new school adventure?
I need to stay on the path that works best for me so that I'm successful in my studies. I want them to understand. I will help when I can, but that's not always going to be the right away or all the time.
So you're hoping to stay on the school path, but you're willing to deal with your parents if necessary, just so that you end up being successful.
Yes.
Okay, so what are some other routes that we could take if having your parents frustrate you is now the only outcome of being back in school?
I could stay in the school's library to get work done. The school also offers quiet spaces for students to work individually. I could also assert myself with friends who have the same habits as me and work together in outside areas. This way, I'm not home and I'm avoiding my parents' distractions.
Yeah, those are wonderful ideas. And saying that, is there any negatives or good positives that could come out of this or could come from these routes in the future?
I think these are all pretty positive routes, but I won't be home as much, and being in a certain area like the school for long periods of time may affect my mental state, which is a negative outlook, I guess.
So, out of all those options you gave me, which one did you want to try focusing on? How do you think that your parents are going to react to this decision that you chose, um, not being able to have all the attention they ask of you?
I think these are all pretty positive routes, but I won't be home as much, and being in a certain area like the school for long periods of time may affect my mental state, which is a negative outlook, I guess.
That's awesome. So today we've gone from thinking your parents don't appreciate you or recognize any of your accomplishments, and realizing now that you have other outlooks that you can take, other friends that you can confide in. You realize that there is change that has endured, um, and you're figuring out alternative routes that fit best for you. That's important that your parents are aware of your new endeavors. And it's also important that you know you can't control their emotions, but you can control your own. The changes you've made within are something to be definitely proud of. It definitely takes a lot of courage to recognize these strengths and powers you have. Sometimes change is for the best. It'll make you very successful in the end, though. And I'm looking forward to hearing about the future and how this works out for you. Other than that, thanks so much for coming to talk to me today. And we'll see you again soon.